What is the spice trade? Have you ever wondered how a simple spice could change the course of history? The spice trade was a major historical event that involved the exchange of spices across continents, particularly between Asia, Africa, and Europe. This trade significantly influenced European history, especially during the Age of Exploration. Spices like pepper, cinnamon, nutmeg, and cloves were in high demand for their flavor, preservation qualities, and medicinal uses. The origins of the spice trade can be traced back to ancient times. Arab traders were the dominant force in this trade for centuries. They controlled both land and sea routes that connected Asia to the Mediterranean region. As the demand for spices grew in Europe, competition among European nations intensified. Everyone wanted a piece of the lucrative spice market. During the Age of Exploration, European powers such as Portugal, the Netherlands, and Britain became key players in the spice trade. In 1498, the Portuguese explorer Vasco da Gama discovered a new maritime route to India by sailing around the Cape of Good Hope. This route allowed Portugal to bypass traditional Middle Eastern trade routes and gain a temporary monopoly on the spice trade in Europe. However, the Dutch soon rose to challenge Portuguese control. By the early 17th century, the Dutch East India Company had taken charge of important spice-producing regions, including the Spice Islands, which are now known as the Maluku Islands. This shift allowed the Dutch to set the terms of the global spice trade and significantly increased the volume of spices imported into Europe. The spice trade had a lasting impact on European history. It fueled exploration and colonization as nations sought direct access to spice-producing areas. The wealth generated from this trade contributed to the economic and cultural growth of European nations, shaping their political and social structures. Spices were not just about flavor. They played a role in culinary, medicinal, and economic advancements. They were used to enhance food, preserve meats, and treat various ailments. The financial gains from the spice trade helped fund further explorations and supported the growth of cities and trade networks across Europe. From a European perspective, the spice trade was a key factor in the expansion of empires and the establishment of global trade routes. It highlighted the importance of maritime navigation and the fierce competition among European powers for control over these routes. The spice trade remains a fascinating chapter in European history, illustrating the interplay between economic interests, political power, and cultural exchange.